On a windswept frontier of ancient Britannia stands a wall. Not just any wall, but a stone barrier built nearly 2,000 years ago by the rugged hands of Roman legionaries. This is Hadrian's Wall.
Day 3 and we're off. It's wet and windy, forecast to be kind of gale force winds until lunchtime, and I think the rain will stop then as well. So hopefully we'll be dry by the time we get into Newcastle. The sun has just come out. I'm going to enjoy this. Dry off my clothes. It's still drizzling a little bit, but I cannot see any clouds in the sky. Very strange. Can you tell it's windy at all? If you've enjoyed watching these videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps get the videos out to a wider audience. Enjoy the rest of this episode. We're getting towards the outskirts of Newcastle, so it's going to be getting a bit more built up and busier. I think the most scenic part of the trail's done now. A lot of this next section is following the River Tyne through into Newcastle. You can just see it there, just there in the middle of the picture. I've just left Heading on the Wall, it's a lovely little village there. Just heading down to the River Tyne now. Then we'll be walking along that for a good chunk of the day. The rain has cleared, the wind has calmed down a little bit, which is nice. Here's the Tyne River. It's pretty big at this point and also flowing quite fast. We're on a shared bike path here. It's nice and quiet. It's a Friday morning, not that many people about. It has been nice on this trip to see other hikers. There's a fair few people doing Hadrian's Wall. Most of them are probably B&B in it, so they're not carrying big packs with a tent. But it's great to see a good community of people on the trail, and it's very popular. My feet are quite sore at the moment. Be nice to have a rest at the end of the day. My leg muscles feel okay, it's more just my feet that are a bit sore. There's a big rat over there. I think it's gone now. You can just about see the Angel of the North there. It's a famous statue in the UK. The many bridges of Newcastle here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 here.
The Gateshead Millennium Bridge is a unique tilting bridge that rotates to create an archway for river traffic to pass underneath. This innovative design has earned it the nickname of the Winking Eye Bridge. Hey everyone, now I've completed Hadrian's Wall path, I wanted to share a quick review for anyone thinking of taking on the challenge themselves. The highlight for me was definitely the central part of the trail, where the wall is intact and it snakes through the dramatic and rugged landscape of the North Pennines. This is a trail around Caulfields and Windsill. Much of the wall has been lost over the centuries, as people use the stone for building material, but within this central section, it's so remote and wild that it's largely been protected from human activity. I covered a total of 69 miles, which is around 111 kilometres over the course of 3 days, which averages out to about 23 miles a day. I started in Carlisle, but the official start is in Bowness-on-Solway, which for me would have added on about half a day extra, but logistically it's a bit more difficult to get to. I did the route relatively quickly and a lot faster than the average person, but there's loads of campsites if you do want to break it down into much smaller and manageable chunks. For this hike, I pretty much used the same equipment and gear as I used on my 2-month hike across the South Island of New Zealand back in February. My tent is the Alpkit Soloist, a great lightweight, durable and cheap tent. My backpack is the Osprey Exos 58, a pretty classic bag for through hiking, super comfy and lightweight. I've used it for all my trips over the last 5 years, and it's still going strong. The mesh at the front has a few rips, but it's to be expected with the amount I've used it. The shoes I used were La Sportiva Jackals. I always use trail shoes for my hikes rather than hiking boots. As for the trail itself, it was really well maintained and easy to follow. Lots of signs along the trail, and to be honest, the only bit where you needed some form of navigation is through the villages. For the combination of great trail, amazing history, and a good community, this has got to be one of the top through hikes in England. Thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the hike or want to share your experience of the trail, please put them in the comments section below.